morning to you, Mildred and Tracy. Good morning to our dear viewer. I'm coming to you live from the Next Media Park. And of course, we're talking issues, the UMEME concession exit that happened effective last night at midnight. As we speak, the Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited is in charge of supplying electricity. But amidst that, the Regulatory Authority of Electricity, the Electricity Regulatory Authority, announced a 14% tariff reduction, like you just mentioned. And what does that mean beyond the domestic user? What does that mean to the manufacturers? And today, I'm glad to host the Uganda Manufacturers Association Executive Director, Dr. Ezra Muhumza, to delve into that and see if it's just 14% reduction, if it is as plain as it is, or if there is much more that we can discuss about that. Thank you very much for joining us, Dr. Ezra Muhumza. You're live on NBS Morning Breeze. Please, let's go straight into the questions. What does that mean to you, the switch, the big switch from UMEME to the Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited? Let's start there.
Yeah, thank you very much. It underpins majorly two things. Number one, that the government is because UEDCL is purely a government company. It is now coming back, which is now a nationalization attempt. And number two, it depicts the fact that UMEME has made a very good stride in improving the electricity supply industry, and no wonder right now it is becoming attractive for other investors. UMEME has been on UECE, the Uganda Securities Exchange, which means that there is a macroeconomic move, a macroeconomic milestone in terms of having electricity as an input into production, electricity as a catalyst of development in the country. But the exit in its operational form, it depicts a worry. The expectations of the consumers especially has not been really well managed. We have tried to engage UCDL, there was concealment for some time. We tried to engage government ministers, there was concealment for some time. So we are now into a panic mode. The anxiety is high on both sides. UMEME is not clearly is not clear on how do they, for instance, manage the dates. For instance, we have industrialists who had invested in the equipment or in the infrastructure, especially the transformers, some of them the rebate, the connections, and the rebate has not been coming out, has not yet come out clear. So there is that question. Then there are those people who had applied. Right now they are in a transit stock.
But, yes, thank you for that. But I will also be interested in the regulatory authority talking about the reduction, the 14% reduction. Doesn't that take the pressure off the manufacturers in regards to the problems you're talking about?
Yes, fantastic. The reduction in the tariff is a huge welcome. We have had engagements to see how these factors that affect the tariff rate are calmed down, are managed properly, and we congratulate and thank government through the Electricity Regulatory Authority for giving us these I would say seamlessly good tariff rate for especially for manufacturing. Since we have an undertaking with them to grow the economy tenfold, this is a sign. When you say we wish to move tenfold growth and there are no signs of reducing on the cost of some of these inputs, therefore it is wasting time to dream. But now you see, government is dreaming and is walking the talk.
Okay, but in general, how does this transition affect the manufacturing industry and the fact that you are large-scale consumers of electricity?
It is affecting us in that at every time industrialists are growing their production units,
especially about operations
right now, in terms of operations. For instance, today We saw an advert that whenever you see people who are not UDCL, then they are scoopers, report them. You report them to who? We do not know where the offices of UDCL are. We do not know who are the actually eligible people to be working for UDCL, because UDCL has not come out clear on preparing the transition to move together with the consumers. We feel we are left behind. There has been a lot of preparation, a lot of transfers, a lot of engagement at high level, government level, but the consumer has been left behind. No wonder the expectations.
Yes, I also understand that they have met you as well. So when you mentioned they haven't engaged you, is that accurate?
No, we have had an interaction, how they have been. They indicated to us where they are coming from and where they are going, which is strategic in nature. But now we are talking about preparing the consumer operationally. Right now, if you want to connect to the grid, where do you go in the next 40 minutes to start this process? We think that ground preparation has not been well made. Much as there has been strategic orientation, but the ground orientation is not yet done. And we pray that they fast track that, especially on information dissemination, especially on operationalizing unit offices, where clients would access and immediately reach.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Ezra, for speaking to us on NBS Morning Breeze, and we hope that everything gets fine as we move on. Tracy and Mildred, and our dear viewer, Dr. Ezra Muhumza, as you heard from him, says that there is a lot more that can still be done to ensure that the Electricity Distribution Company Limited, EDCL, can move in tandem with the manufacturers who are large-scale consumers. Back to you at the Political Command Center. For now, have a good morning.
All right, thank you so much for that.